Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, we ran out of storage, and I know he said go to the oldest ones first.
Wait a minute, though. I think I may be seeing you lie, though. I think we lie.
We live.
We definitely lie.
Oh no, we live. We live, baby. Okay, shoot. Welcome, Santa to the lab. All right, little technical
What's up?
difficulties right there, but we good though. You know, it's Halloween, things going wrong, spook night, and all of that. But you're here with us on Thursday night, and we're gonna dive into some college football this weekend. Talk about some of these NFL trades and who's gonna make a trade before the deadline. Also, we're gonna dip into some mid-seasons awards already and jump into the NFL picks. So, welcome to this special edition, this Boo edition of Into the Lab. And you know what? Your girl birthday now too. So we turning up, baby. All right. What is up, CHenry?
What up, though? What up, though?
What is up?
Man, glad
How
to
we
be
doing
here.
this evening?
Great, man. Glad to be here. Glad to be here. Glad to be here. About to kick off a great weekend. I don't have no work tomorrow. Starting the weekend early.
Same over
Happy
here.
birthday, birthday girl. Happy birthday. What, you 25 again?
I sure am.
All right.
I'm 25 again. I'm already, yes. Because after this, I'm jumping outside, and we finna be outside all the way into Sunday. Do you hear me? So we finna get it in. That's what we about to do. But also shout out to Sigma Gamma Rho sorority. It's actually going to be a start of November, starting on November 1st. Sigma Gamma Rho sorority Incorporated was founded November 12th, 1922. So my founding day is also coming up. So we finna have a ball, y'all. We finna have a ball.
Look at Lady E turned up tonight. We're gonna have a great show for y'all tonight.
We're gonna have something great. We're gonna have something great. Shout out to DT. He has to go in, it's Halloween. So, the band got to do something for Halloween, So he probably will pop in here a little bit later. If so, we'll welcome him. If not, we'll catch him next week. We love you, DT. Shout out to the Commanders, though. But let's go ahead and jump in. Let's go ahead and jump in and talk about this college football this weekend. We got some big games going on. With some top-ranked teams. That third and fourth spot is going to be up for grabs with Ohio State taking on Penn State. That's at noon. I don't know why they have that game at noon, but that is at noon on Saturday. So y'all make sure y'all tune in. We also have number 18 Pitt going against number 20 SMU. Shout out to Southern Methodist University out there in University Park in Dallas, Texas. Y'all don't know about them boys. That's a small little school, a little Methodist college that they really don't recruit like that. But y'all should know about SMU, though. Y'all should know about SMU. But let's talk about these two games. Oh, and big shout out to Georgia. We take on Florida. We already know that's a W. So if y'all want to peep that out too, make sure
already know that's a W. Dang.
That's a W. Yeah. We clearing them.
What is that? Is that the biggest cocktail party? Is that
the biggest outdoor cocktail party? Yes.
Okay. I've never been to one of those. I'm about to make my way down to one of those just to do.
You better see it next year, because in 2026 and 2027, while Jacksonville Jaguars are renovating their stadium, we will actually be playing in Atlanta and then playing in Tampa. Yes, they are.
I might want to pull up on Atlanta and Tampa any damn way. I mean, no disrespect, but I'm just, I'm very familiar with Atlanta. And yeah, Tampa. That sound. You say what year that? 26 and 27.
26 and 27. 25 will be the last time that we play in Jacksonville, and while they do their stadium renovations.
Good to know.
There's that. Yes, but let's talk about Ohio State and Penn State. Like, what you got? This is your conference.
Yeah. Big Ten Conference. This is a big game, man. Two of our heated opponents, one hated rival, one heated opponent. I'm looking forward to this game, but it's a little bit of a damper on it because I don't know if Drew Aller, the starting quarterback for Penn State, is going to play. I don't know if he's going to sit out this game. He got injured last game, and they had their backup, who is a little bit. I shouldn't say a little bit, totally different than Drew Aller. So I don't know if that's what he's a little bit more mobile, gives them a little bit more of a dual threat at the quarterback position. I don't know if that's going to help them or not. He's very, very limited in terms of experience. But I'm looking at Ohio State. This game could possibly be one of those games that we mentioned could be an elimination game for them because they took the loss to Oregon a couple weeks ago. So this is a big game for them, and they need to bring it home. I think that they probably bring it home, but I think it'll be a close game. Got a couple of good players from Detroit playing at Penn State. Wishing you guys best of luck. Kobe King from Detroit Cash Tech. Stand up, baby. Show up tomorrow.
Look, okay. I do agree. This is I feel like Ohio State has always been Penn State's kryptonite. So has Michigan, when it comes down to it. They just can never get over the hump. Having an injured quarterback can actually hurt more than help, especially if you're not trusting the backup. So hopefully we get to see good, strong, healthy teams because I do want to see a good game. But again, Ohio State has Penn State number. I don't know how this game is going to look because Ohio State doesn't look too superior at this point either. I really am going to call and say that this game is actually probably going to be closer than what we probably see it as to be, of what we probably known it to be as a pass. And again, Big 10 football. Y'all are juggernauts. Y'all beat up on each other. Even the smaller schools, when you think that the smaller schools ain't really doing nothing, they beat up on each other. Indiana, I'm looking at you. Looking at you. Shout out to even to Maryland. Maryland has shown to be good as well. Pitt as well. So again, Big Ten showing up. Even the smaller schools are showing up. So this is going to be a fight to the end. But I do agree. This is going to be an elimination game.
I'm gonna tell you what. If what's his name? I can't even think. Will Howard, the quarterback from Ohio State. If he slips up and has 2 turnovers in that game, I think that can shift that the apex of that game a little bit, and shift it into the direction of Penn State. If they win the turnover battle, they could upset them. I think it'll be a mild upset. Yeah. If that happens.
Yeah. If that happens, no lie. Like I said, I really do think that this game might just come down to probably who has the ball last, to be honest.
You know what?
Yeah.
Penn State has a very strong, very stout defense. Very stout defense. Other gentleman, Jalen Reed. I almost forgot his name, from Detroit King, the rival Detroit King, but I shot him out here tonight. Jalen Reed, free safety for Penn State. They have a very, very stout defense. They're good at turning the ball over. Abdul Carter is another big-time player for them. Where's the vaunted number 11? If you wear number 11 for Penn State, you know what I'm saying? LeVar Arrington wore that number. That's one of those numbers that goes down in big-time lineage for them. He's a big-time playmaker for them. So if they can keep it close, and if they can keep it a low-scoring game, they've got a better shot. Ohio State definitely has the weapons offensively when you talk about Jeremiah Smith, Bouquet, and the 2 running backs back there. They have all the fireworks, but again, they haven't been hitting on all cylinders this season. We'll see how it goes, but the X factor could be that the running back, the quarterback, the combo back. Let me shout out my man back at a combo back. You know what I'm saying? Who Penn State to roll out there?
Lord have mercy. No, I do agree. One thing that I noticed about Ohio State defenses, though, this year it seemed like they took a step back. I don't see them being that strong suit and being that strong how they have been in the years past. So I think that's something we have to look out to see if Penn State can exploit that, because it looks like also that they're not as strong in the run as well. So if they do have a down quarterback, to be honest with you, lean on that run game. Try to get that run game open and try to help open up those passing lanes, So that's one thing that we're going to be looking out for as well with that, is how well can Ohio State defense really stand up? Can they stand up to the challenge and shut down the run game and the passing game, or Are we gonna kind of just be, looking at them like, y'all made these kind of acquisitions, and some of y'all people quiet? I ain't gonna say no names though.
They spent
I ain't gonna say
20
no
million. They
names.
spent 20 million over there on that
But
rock.
again, I ain't gonna say no names though. But
That's a
somebody
high level farm
quiet.
team they building over there. We gonna see. We gonna see.
Again, like I said, somebody quiet. But I ain't gonna say nothing. I ain't gonna say nothing. I ain't gonna say nothing. So, but let's go move over to Pitt and let's move over to SMU. Again, shout out to SMU. They actually has been showing up and showing out, especially for these past couple of seasons. I'm not gonna lie, they've been quiet, but this season they pretty much came out and have led literally some charge. I mean, Florida State fans gonna kill me for this because they don't care about their team. But to put up 46, no, I think it was 42 points on Florida State. That, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I have to shout out the ACC. I mean,
yes,
we talk about them kind of like as the least of the power conferences, and they're showing up this year, and just not Clemson and just not Florida State. We're seeing again the game we're talking about, SMU and Pitt, and this game is possible to do a little bit of an expansion. So, shout out to the, the realignment, if you will. And I gotta give a couple more shout outs. I'm sorry, I'm shouting out. This might be shout out Thursday, but I gotta give
a shout out Thursday.
I gotta give a shout out to my little cousin, my big cousin, playing in his game at Pittsburgh. He's he plays tackle. Terrence Enos, man. Hey, man, wishing you great health first and foremost, man, and a great game against SMU on Sunday, man. They're 7-0. I've been kind of tuning in a little bit to them. Also, a guy I played high school football with, Archie Collins, has ascended to be the DB coach at Pittsburgh University. So if you got some young aspiring DBs with D1 talent, look up Archie Collins, man, at Pittsburgh University. But they put together a great team, 7-0 this year, playing SMU 7-1. This is going to be a big game in the ACC. I'm looking forward to somewhat of a high scoring game. But SMU has been able to put up some points. They may push Pitt a little bit. I think Pitt is, I don't know if Pitt is favored in this game or not, but I'm looking forward to an exciting game, and SMU putting up some points in this game.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be a good. I feel like they match up so well. Offense to offense, defense to defense. They're not that far in the ranking. Pitt is 18, SMU's number 20. So I feel like they're very close into it. So this is going to be a game that I will tell people to keep a look. It may not be like an exciting game to some if you're not really familiar with these two schools. But if you're looking to see some real football, SMU can play some real football. We've seen what Pitt did to Syracuse. So again, we know that it's there. We know how these two teams can actually go out and ball. So this will be another one of those surprising games that might be a shootout, or it might be really, really a good back and forth.
In Texas, good weather expected. SMU is favored, and the over/under is 57.5. So it's going to be some fireworks.
and look, let me tell you something. They recently, probably about a couple of years ago, rebuilt the SMU stadium to make it bigger. Because I'm not going to lie to you, SMU is a very small school. Their stadium was never a big stadium to begin with. So for them to do the expansion, make the field a lot bigger, make the seats a little bit more to where you can bring in some more people. So again, this is really finna put SMU on the map. Like I said, if y'all not familiar with the Dallas area, they're right over there in University Park, Highland Park area. That's one of the if anybody has an uptown, midtown, or have like a nice area in their city, that's literally Highland Park, University Park over there. So shout out to SMU. I always used to go against them over TCU just because I always like the little guys. Always like the little guys, but
so you was picking the Methodist over the Christian?
Look, let me tell you something. The little guy always finished last, though. Like SMU just always got beat on, and I was like, "Come on!" Sometimes a little guy got to win, and they did. They won a couple of times. But again, I love their rebuild. I love them coming back. I love them joining the ACC. I love how they're actually taking advantage of their schedule, and really putting their name on the map. So hopefully they can get some more recruits, get some good top recruits coming in there. And that program continue to strive. I don't want to see it to fall, because I like small programs like that been through some stuff, went through depressions, and now they coming out of the depressions. So again, so yeah, we're getting close to the end of the college football season. First ranking should be out next week. And we're gonna see what the committee is actually thinking of who's gonna be where. And from that point, it's on and popping for college football, baby. We're gonna see who's gonna be in these playoffs, honey. The first 12-team playoffs. We're gonna see how this gonna go down. Somebody gonna be mad. Number 13 gonna be mad.
Listen, I'm mad right now. We don't look good right now. I'm dejected, but that's okay. Maybe we went out. We got Oregon this week. We can help everybody out this week.
Look, if y'all can pull an upset, I will be ecstatic. If y'all can pull an upset, I would definitely be ecstatic on that. But let's go ahead and switch over into the NFL, baby. We got some breaking news, some good news, some up and coming news. It's about to be November football. We just got done with October football. Well, last game in October is tonight, but we're about to go to November football, and this is where the fakes and the phonies about to get cut. We already got some trades going on, especially with a couple of these trades that probably be shocking to a lot of people. We're first going to start it off with Johnson to Baltimore, and kind of look at it now. I don't know what the Panthers really want to do, what they're trying to do, or I'm not gonna make this about them, but what they should be charged with criminal activity. They should be charged with a RICO.
Malpractice.
All of that. They should be charged. Matter of fact, that's who Fonnie should be going out. They should find a way to get over there to North Carolina and charge the Panthers with RICO. That's what we should do. Okay. Shout out to Thug It Up. Shout out to Thug, baby coming home. But I really need somebody to really look into the
Thug. Every day she been at the trial. I'm like, this Thug your cousin or what? Every day.
I'm stunned. Okay.
We're getting back to Carolina. I'm kind of flabbergasted by it because you don't really have any other weapons for your young quarterback. You do have Xavier Legette. Adam Thielen, I believe, is on IR. Maybe he's coming back soon. But you could have got, if I'm not mistaken, if you just let this thing ride out, I think DJ's in the last year of his contract. I may be wrong, but you could have got a third round compensatory pick, maybe in 2026, but you settle for. You didn't even really get a pick. You traded a pick with him to Baltimore. So was there an issue that you had to get him out of the building? I don't know. I think this deal is good for Baltimore. I think when you look at the player, DJ, I think to me is one of the top 25, 30 receivers in the league at his peak. He's a great tactician when it comes to route running, has great hands. There's been possibly some questions about, attitude and character, but, haven't been any major issues off the field. And he's been a guy who's shown that he can be a 1,000-yard receiver in this league. And we've been talking about for years at this point, getting Lamar more weapons. Yeah. What's going to happen with him and what's going to happen with Zay? I don't know who's going to be the 1 or the 1A or the 2 or whatever, but I just think he definitely helps the room as a whole. He kind of bridges that gap between Zay and somebody like a Nelson Aguilar, if you will.
Yeah.
Emerging Mark Andrews. I shouldn't say emerging, but he's making a comeback this year. They got a tough little receiving room. Rashad Bateman has shown some signs this year. So to me, it's kind of like Super Bowl or bust for them. They've surrounded Lamar with a legitimate amount of talent. Now let's see what can happen.
No, and I definitely agree with that. And I just had to pull up their depth chart really quick. So yeah, with you adding Zay Flowers, Dante Johnson, you got Rashad Bateman over there. Again, I one thing about Baltimore that has I don't know if it's just a hardball type you know, how he sees his offense, but I just never understood why the lack of outside threats. Because you do got a Derrick Henry now. Okay, so you definitely for sure can really run the ball like you really want to run the ball, but it was always just the lack of weapons. Like you can't always depend on Mark Andrews. And I'm not saying that Mark Andrews is not a good tight end, but he's not that type of tight end that you can inadvertently interchange as a wide receiver and a tight end, if that makes sense. Like you can't do that. So it would just always baffle me why they just never had those outside weapons and outside threats with Baltimore. I just don't know if that just was a scheme thing for them, if they just felt like that was just something that worked prior and it could still work again. You know, people get stuck in their ways. But I do think that. I mean, you got an offensive coordinator in Todd Monken who can make anything happen. I mean, he's the reason why Brock Bowers is the way Brock Bowers is, and Lad McConkey is what he is, you know. So again, I do feel Baltimore is leaning towards they have to get into the Super Bowl because again, I'm not saying that their window is closing, but while you got the AFC North kind of down, you don't have that real hard even though they did lose to the Browns, but you know, again, that's inter division.
Man, that's winds of change are blowing, and that seemed like a whole different team.
I mean, hey, Mr. 30 for 30 was out there. Look, Mr. 30 for 30 was out there cutting up. He was cutting a little rug there, I see. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Reinvigorated, rejuvenated. He looked ready to go.
It's like a spark. It lit. Like, you know what I'm saying? But again, the AFC North is what the AFC North. They're not. We thought that they were going to be able to beat up on each other a little bit more. So I think Baltimore is kind of looking at this. They're kind of looking at the Chiefs, kind of, even though they're undefeated right now, still. You know, it's look at the we know we'll get to them later, but even though they're undefeated still, you know, they still have a couple of little weak spots that you can kind of pin out and you can kind of do it. So I mean, hey, you want to go to the playoffs, you want to go to the Super Bowl, you have to have those weapons. I just don't get why. I mean, I get the Panthers are not winning with it, but you don't have anybody to throw to. So who is Andy Dalton supposed to throw to? I mean, don't get me wrong, Xavier Legette is good, but I just feel like that was just one of those trades where you go, okay, I understand why Baltimore went for it, but why did the Panthers do it? That's one of those ones.
I don't know.
So
that's why I'm kind of I don't know. I'm purely speculating. Like maybe there was, you know, a issue because I know he had sat out a couple of games with an injury. Maybe that was off, you know, for the trade negotiations that were going on, or maybe, you know, again, they've been guilty of organizational malpractice. So it just may be one of their, you know, many dumb moves. So we don't know. It's kind of hard to say. You know what I mean? But I will say this: I like the move for Baltimore, and I think this definitely puts them in a situation where they may not have any excuses for coming up short. That's all I'm gonna say. Unless they see the Lions.
Yeah. Yep. Look. We not finna talk about y'all. But let's kind of get into these other rumors. Again, we saw that KC made a trade for a pass rusher from the Patriots. We've seen that. We've seen a couple of little bit other movements as well. But what other rumors have you been hearing? As far as that, I know we're looking for a pass rusher. Atlanta needs pass rush. I know some of them were looking at the Giants, a Georgia Bulldog to be exact. Yeah. We were looking at him, but we don't know if the Giants are willing to part. We don't know. We don't know how that look. Some fans want Max Crosby. That's y'all.
I don't know about that.
I don't know about y'all.
I mean, everybody want him, but I don't know if they're gonna come off of him. And we'll see.
Exactly.
See. Like you said, it seems like pass rushers, wide receivers, and cornerbacks are basically the positions of choice right now during this trade season.
Exactly.
We definitely have our eye on Troy Hendrickson from the Bengals, Darius Smith, Ojulari from the Giants, Harold Landry maybe from the Tennessee Titans. Hopefully, if they're selling. Some of the cornerbacks I've heard about. I wish DT was here because I heard Greg Newsome was a hot name, a hot commodity. Somebody like Marshawn Lattimore from New Orleans. These are teams that have to do something with their cap. Have to make some moves, and it definitely behooves them to make these moves probably earlier than later. So some huge names out here, man. And I think a lot of teams kind of benefit. I even heard Chuba Hubbard out here, so I'm trying to figure out who might need a running back. Running backs are kind of like a dime a dozen. Chuba Hubbard, Miles Sanders, with the Cowboys possibly be trying to get a running back over there to help them out down the stretch.
Yeah, they don't have a running game. And matter of fact, shout out to that because we faced them boys. Shout out to all my Dallas folks. I love y'all. I really love y'all. But y'all gonna take this L.
What the hell?
Like Triple D what? Triple D who? Triple D not that. Nah, we ain't gonna do that. So, but that again, because it's a mixed bag with us right now between us and the Cowboys because of that run game. You know what I'm saying? So again, I feel like right now, Tuesday is going to look very interesting. November 5th, that is the trade deadline. Tuesday is going
also
to
voting day. Also voting day. Don't y'all be watching the trade.
That's voting day. That's voting day. Like if you got out and voted,
you watching that trade ticker all day.
Yeah, like if you vote and you want to be, you want to vote in this year's election, y'all go out there and vote. Make sure you do it. Tuesday. Getting them lines early though. I ain't gonna lie to you. Getting them lines early so y'all can vote.
Y'all can go early too. Y'all can go to y'all little not the actual poll, but y'all little municipality center or whatever and vote.
Libraries, where churches, wherever they got to set up. Make sure y'all get out there and vote. But again, it's just weird because I like the way this season kind of has played out. I mean, I hate to see that the Texans lost Diggs for the season due to ACL. You got people that are like, for you guys, y'all lost Hutchinson. So even though it's just a broken and it was clean cut and broke, so he was good. He's still going to be out and for a significant amount of time. But you guys have actually. I'll be honest with you. I don't see a major drop off with y'all defense, but I get it to add that extra piece to continue y'all run in the playoffs. But y'all defense still look like it didn't really like drop, but I get it. You lose that production.
Overall, it's been better than last year, but missing that big piece. And when you're trying to go, eventually you want to play some of these high powered teams.
Yeah.
Philadelphia, San Francisco, even though they're going through some troubles right now, they're still a high powered team. Baltimore, possibly. You want to prepare yourself for, to be able to match up with these teams and not to have that big time pass rush. I think that's going to hurt us. We've been able to manufacture some pressures. Aaron Glenn has done a wonderful job. We're still giving up some yards through the air, but we've been doing a much better job of getting turnovers. We're going to talk about some of our mid-season awards. I got a couple of guys in consideration that have been, getting some turnovers for us. I'm going to talk about. So that's been really helping us a lot. We've gotten a lot of, I shouldn't say a lot, but at least 3 turnovers in the end zone. So teams have, driven down the field against us, and we've been able to, turn the ball over in the end zone. So that's been key in keeping that scoring down. So we're doing some things. We still got a ways to go, man. You know what I'm saying? We still looking up. I'm still got that underdog chip on my shoulder, attitude, because we ain't accomplished nothing yet. We still, nobody still believes us in my mind. So that's how I'm keeping it, man. We staying hungry over
here. Hey, I mean, y'all doing y'all thing up there in the north. You know what I'm saying? Y'all doing y'all thing. Keep it up. But like I said, I do understand, the reason why you guys were. I wish DT was up here though. We're gonna get on DT. We gonna get on you later, but because I kind of want to see where they feel like they're needing that extra help for them as well. Because just watching this last game between them and Chicago, I mean, J5 looked good. Caleb Williams looked good as far as what you kind of want to see. But again, I feel like we all knew Chicago still had some holes to fill and some things that they needed to kind of address probably this upcoming off season to kind of make that team a little bit more stronger. And then plus this is Caleb's first year. Let him get some, some good playing time.
He's been a little up and down. He's been
Yeah.
a little up.
Which, I mean, I don't know if people expect him to be more up than down, but I kind of expected this up and down when you're coming in there. So again, Commanders look good. I feel like they look good on their defense.
So I was going to say that I know that they're looking at they would like a little bit more help on that back end. I don't know if they're entirely pleased with Ben St. Juste back there. I think that they would probably have some interest in any of the cornerbacks that we mentioned, Marshawn Lattimore, Greg Newsome, probably to help that defense. Also, they may be in the market for a pass rusher. They've been getting some good pressure, but they don't really have a premier pass rusher over there. So they may, look at that possibly on the defensive side of the ball. There's a lot of folks who still say they want them over receiver over there. I don't know if anybody is left that they really, really would like. Looking at that front with Deontay Johnson going to Baltimore, but interesting to see, man. They got a lot of cap room to work with and a lot of
they really do
to work with, so they can do a lot of different things when it comes to either standing pat and saying, hey, we got all this money and all these picks. We can bring in guys who totally fit our culture, hand pick them to bring them in, vet them and bring them in. Or, hey, we're in the mix right now. We feel like we can really, really improve ourselves right now and make a run. Let's get this, bring in a piece that can help us. So they're in a nice little spot too. I got to start looking at, them a little bit differently, man. They sitting right behind us, you know what I'm saying? Looking kind of tough. And I got to give also a shout out to Dan Quinn and that defense, man, because again, the pieces don't really, you don't really have a big name out there, maybe Bobby Wagner, but they're getting it done. They held an offense that featured Rome Odunze, DJ Moore, what's my other third guy? Keenan Allen, DeAndre Swift in there on the, he scored, but he came in there, playing some high level football, and they held them, to 12 points. So they did their thing, man. So no knock to them. They the Commanders. They got their left hands up.
They really do. All right, let's get into some mid-seasons.
Before we go, we got to talk about the winds of change. Like you said, it's changing around here. The leaves are changing, and it sounds like it's going to be some change at the quarterback spot. You had talked about Andy Dalton, but I know.
I forgot. Oh yes.
Bryce going to be taking over. That's going to be tough. But let's talk about Anthony Richardson, man, because he seems to be the more polarizing situation this week. So let's talk about what's your thoughts and process. I mean, what's your thoughts on the situation? Was he done?
Let me say this. I'm gonna go. Matter of fact, let me take the glasses out.
Oh, not take the glasses. Oh no! Oh, not take.
I gotta take the glasses out really quick. Okay. So let me go ahead and say this. I tried to tell a lot of folk that Anthony Richardson has a good arm, very good arm. Lacks a little bit of accuracy, but he is just a big running back that can actually throw the ball. He's a big running back that can throw the ball.
That's what you had told?
That's what I told a lot of folks. I mean, I watched that man at Florida. I watched this man at Florida. And when I tell you I watched this man at Florida, all I seen that man do was run the
ultimate combo back.
Look, that's all. Look, okay. As we seen this past Sunday, him, one, not protecting himself, but two, running all the time to the point to where he decides that he's gonna pull himself out the game because he's tired. Hold on, what's that move? Remember in Life when Martin said it's hot. I'm tired, boss.
I'm tired.
Okay, that's what he said. Okay, and boss said, okay, you don't want to get over there in this pit of swinging. I'm finna bench you, and you finna be benched the rest of the year. That again, somebody told me, and I can't remember who I had this conversation with, but somebody told me that the only way the Colts can actually win or try to, make it to the playoffs or even try to win that division was using Joe Flacco. The chemistry was there, the way he was able to push the ball downfield, the way he was able to command the offense and just have the team looking a whole lot better. I was like, well, yeah, I get it, but I said, but why can't we give Anthony a try? Like he's been hurt first 4 games in, come back again, get hurt another first 4 games in, really development. has not really probably begun, probably stalled. We're not seeing what we thought, and I think the Colts are kind of having a come to Jesus moment about the situation. Yeah, I feel like they're having a come to Jesus moment.
Now, do you feel that if he hadn't tapped out, he would still be the starter? Is that the sole? I shouldn't say. Is that the sole reason that he was? Is that the sole reason that he's not the starter?
No, I think his gameplay. You like, and it's the thing. If you're a coach and you see that your quarterback is struggling, I'm not understanding why you're pulling a quarterback draw every play. Why are we putting the quarterback? Why are we putting the ball in the quarterback's hand to try to help us win? And then even when he does try to throw the ball, the accuracy just was not there. He hit a couple of times, but the accuracy was just not there on some of the deep balls, some of the passes. And that was always a critique with him even coming into the combine. But a lot of people saw him throw and saw the arm and said, oh, Anthony Richardson is going to be just fine.
So my take on the situation, I saw him at Florida, and again, he didn't play that long. And what I saw was a guy who needed a lot more coaching, a lot more experience. When it comes to when he got drafted, I don't think I would have ever drafted him with the 4th pick. I don't even know if I would have drafted him in the 1st round. I knew people had projected him based on his ability, his potential, rather than what he actually had done. Mm-hmm. With that being said, I felt that maybe with some work that he would, maybe be able to, be a special player in this league. But with that being said, I also thought that he needed to sit for a year or two and learn. I don't understand why the new phenomenon is just throw these guys out here into the fire when we saw for years, even before I'm gonna bring up Mahomes and Love in a minute, but even before that, we saw for years folks would, unless you were in like a morbid situation and there was nobody better than you on the team, clearly nobody better, or they were marginally better than you. It's just like, okay, we might as well give them experience because this guy just a little bit better. So in those situations, I understand. But if a guy is in a situation where he needs to learn, he needs to, you got to earn your way to get on the field. I don't care what level.
That's any position.
From little league to middle school, high school, you've got to earn your way to be on the field. And if there's somebody sitting behind you who is clearly better than you, you can only play that game so long. If he's marginally better, cool. But if someone is clearly better, like again, you said, has a clear understanding of the offense, clear understanding of what we're trying to do, getting other people involved, moving the offense. And I'm not going to say that it was night and day when they played, but it did seem like that. I'm not saying that they were the Rams on the Kurt Warner led Rams at when Flacco was in there, and then they were saying the 0-16 Lions. I'm not saying that, but what I'm saying is it was definitely much more, and to me, an easier watch.
Yeah.
a little bit more consistent flow with Flacco there. And I also feel like I don't think he lost the locker room per se. I think that all of those men respect him as a person. They think he's a talented young man. They think he has a future in this league. But I think that when they sat up and saw there's clearly a guy better than him, day in and day out, practice, day in, day out in the games it's shown. We've seen him, have these moments. He's definitely had some moments of where he's looked special, but consistently not being able to play. It's evident, you know what I mean? And these guys are grown men. They didn't sign up for developments of 2 years. I didn't, you know what I'm saying? Free agents who came over there, whoever came over there, whoever been there, they ain't signed up for 17 games of developmental football. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
If there are folks in there that have incentives built into their contract, performance incentives that are related to playoffs and things. They ain't saying, hey, I gotta win the Super Bowl right now. But listen, if I can get this $350,000 for making the playoffs, guess what that's gonna do? That can be some seed money. That can be some investment money. I can pay somebody's college. Hey, I can take the wife on a vacation and keep the side piece quiet. I can do a lot of things with that money. You know what I'm saying? I can do a lot of things with that money. 200,000, 100,000, 50 catches, 1,000 yards. I can do a lot with
that money. Tim
Anderson. I'm just saying, if you ain't trying to put me in the best position to put us in the best position to win and put us in the best position for me to earn all my money, then what are we doing?
True.
Yeah, I can
True,
still
true.
like you. I can still think you a great guy. I can still think that you have a tremendous talent. You're gonna be great. But right now, you ain't helping me get to this money or win these games. Joe, we might need you. We might need you, Joe. And I ain't
Well,
the GM.
and I think that's the main reason why they went ahead and put it, because they're looking at the division standings. They're looking at where they're at currently. I mean, you got two teams right now that are struggling, the Titans and the Jaguars. And the only person that you really got to compete with really is the Texans.
Houston, who wheels keep falling off.
And they have. So I mean,
we right there.
I feel like the move was justified because of it. I think I think him removing himself for the game because he was tired, was that last straw. I think that was just like that cherry on top. Like, let's go ahead and let you just watch for the rest of the season.
And I think that the play, 44% completion. I want to put the numbers up. 44% completion rate, 38% QBR. I believe it's a 4 or 5 touchdown, 7 interception ratio. Again, not saying Flacco had played tremendous, but I believe he was at 60% completion, 76% QBR. I think he had a 7-to-1 touchdown ratio. So to me, if we blind resume this, don't tell nobody how long nobody been in the league, how long, when nobody was drafted, how we acquired them. Just blind resume this and say, hey, here's this person's numbers through 8 games. This person's number through 8 games. Which quarterback should we go going forward? Which quarterback should we pick going forward? I think it's hands down going to be Joe Flacco.
Yeah.
So that's all I really had to say. I just wanted to get your take on it. I think again that tap out was probably more so the last the last straw. And like my man Zaire Franklin said, he said, "My man, hey man, lie, grab something, hold something." Put your hands on your knees and say, man, listen, I'm a little dizzy. Hey, tap somebody else and say, I need one of y'all to fall down. Do something.
Like he pulled one of the wrestling moves. Like, hold on, I'm gonna tap out. Tap out. That's what he said.
You ain't gonna tell somebody, man. Hey, to tell you the truth. No, we ain't asked you for the truth. We ain't asked you for the truth, bro. We ain't asked you for the truth.
I would have lied and said I kind of felt some pain.
Man,
I kind of felt some pain really quick, and I wanted to check.
I want, something. We ain't at, man. And they like, well, no, some people don't feel like, well, if he wouldn't have tapped out, we just gonna, nah, man, because if Jaden Daniels did that, they would have said, you know what, Jaden, we don't do that around here. But listen, you're playing so damn good. Go on back in there. Don't do that no more. Teammates, don't do that no more. Bo Nix,
gonna get you a playoff.
Hey, we don't do that around. I don't know what came over you. Hey, you lost yourself, but guess what? You playing all right. Go on back in there. Even Caleb, up and down, roller coaster. Hey, Caleb, we don't do that around here. We don't do that around here. Now, we let you paint your fingers now. Go on back in there. You know what I'm saying? Go on back in there. You know what I'm saying? So it was definitely more so than just the tap out. I definitely think it's the play. I mean, we don't know. And I also think there's some self-preservation going on by the head coach and the GM. Listen, they don't want to take a step back to 7-8 wins. I was mistaken. I thought they had a losing record last year. I didn't know they was 9-8. I'm mistaken. But we definitely don't want to take a step back to 7-10, whatever the case may be, when the opportunity is here. And maybe this, I can buy myself some time so I can develop you. Because ultimately what they don't want to do, we just say, hey, we throw him out there, he get developed. I mean, he try to get to develop. He don't reach the development level. We get fired, and he reaches peak under somebody else's tutelage.
Yeah.
That don't do us no good.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. It probably was a hard, I'll be honest with you. It probably was really a hard choice for them to make that decision. But I think the decision was made to preserve the season and then probably sit down with him in the off season and figure out where the development needs to start. If they plan on keeping him.
I still think, again, I'm a proponent of sitting and learning and earning your way on the field. From here on out, learn what you need to learn. Hopefully you can compete with Joe if they keep Joe. Because I think Joe is only on a 1-year deal, so they may have to keep Joe. Maybe next year he's ready to compete with whoever they have, but they don't go get anyone, and they think that they're ready to hand the reins over to Otherwise than that, if this doesn't work out with Joe and the they don't win games, maybe the last 2 or 3 games they throw him back out there and see what he has. But he's got to earn the right to be on the field. Just because they drafted you at 4 and you're supposed to be the quarterback of the future, don't mean that you're going to get on the field. Now my man won 9 games with Minshew last year.
Yeah.
So he like, well, shit, what can Flacco do? We'll see. I ain't want to begrudge the point. We'll see.
Yeah, we look. I'm just gonna say to put it to you like this. The Colts I don't want to say they have a bad problem. I just feel like they have a problem that is probably going to take the off season for them to solve. And again, I'm not gonna sit over here and say now the pick that people that I'm gonna get on about their first round draft pick with their quarterback is the Panthers because of how y'all did it. I am not gonna get on the Colts about it.
Guess what? They gonna mess around. I almost said that word. They gonna mess around and be right at the top of that draft again.
At this point.
Now, this is the part that the Colts fans don't like, because if Joe do get them to 8, 9, 10 wins, they feel like they're going to be in that QB purgatory because they're not going to be high enough to go get another guy if Anthony Richardson is not the guy. And I kind of feel that way. I kind of understand that. That's why you better hope that Anthony develops into something and that next year he is. But
Anthony Richardson will go technically into his 3rd year following this. Can we really say that we know what Anthony Richardson really is based off these 2 seasons? Because again, he missed a total of 8 games from his rookie season to now. He missed a total of 8 games. And then every time, like with him even coming back before he even got injured.
I think didn't he only play like 4 games last year?
Yeah, he only played 4 games, but how many games? Yeah, he missed more than that. Y'all excuse my calculation. I got birthday brain. Y'all excuse my calculation.
Don't worry about it. I'm with you.
Yeah,
he missed the majority of the season.
He did. He missed the season, only played 4 games. Then he comes back, missed 4 games with another injury due to him not protecting himself. And then now he's benched for the rest of the season. So what can we really say about him? Can we say the same thing we said about Trevor Lawrence with Anthony Richardson, or do we have to give him a try?
So again, I don't know. I can't remember who was on the staff. I'm sorry, the team when Lawrence was on there. But to me, I feel like he earned the job, or he was the best in the room. The thing is, you can say this. Well, you know what? We can get a worse backup. We can say we're not going to bring Flacco back. We can go get a worse backup, and then he'll be the best in the room and see what that does.
That's true.
But that don't mean that you're going to win no games. That don't mean that he's ready to play. That don't mean that he should be a starter. You know what I'm saying? To me, you gotta earn it. I don't care what level it is. I don't care when you was drafted. That's why when Dan Quinn drafted JD5, they didn't name him the starter immediately, even though they probably was the best one. Even though they probably knew that he was going to be the guy, we're not naming you the starter because you got to earn it. Him just being out there, and now he's in a situation where his backup better than him. It's clear. Everybody else can see it. Now, if he does stay, you got to be better than Joe Flacco. Now, when is that? Now, how do you, with your eyes, when do you project that happen?
My thing about it is, even though
it ain't funny, but I'm just saying,
I mean, the thing about it is, like I said, I need to see a complete season. I can't judge nobody off of only playing 4 games, coming back. You play the first 4 games, you get hurt, you come back, then you get benched. I can't really tell what you are. And a lot of, like you said, he should have sat. Bryce Young should have sat. There's a couple of QBs that should have sat. Okay. I mean, Tennessee set Will Levis when they drafted him, but unfortunately, Tannehill just wasn't going to cut it anymore, and they had to go with somebody. Now, the real Will Levis has shown up. Now, Tennessee might be in a play for a quarterback. So,
go ahead. Finish it.
No, I was just going to say, so I mean, at this point in time, when can we make that switch in the NFL to not do this? Because again, I feel like it's wasting the talent, but then it also puts these boys in a bad predicament because now they could be stuck with a team that's not giving them a chance to thrive, and now we're calling them a bust. And then when they go in and move to another team, it's like, well, why couldn't we see this? Where was this at?
Well, I think sometimes it takes some folks longer than other folks, and I think I'm still a earn your reps guy. Some people are like, well, I got to give him reps. But that's cool. But he got to earn the reps though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What school of thought are you from? Just give him reps, or he got to earn the reps? Because guess what? We're gonna have some guys who immediately are stars, and then we're gonna have some stories to tell for the next generation. That's gonna be the next generation of Geno Smith. The next generation. Somebody got to be the next Baker Mayfield. Somebody got to be the next Sam Darnold. So I mean, so it may take some years for these guys to come through, and it's gonna be some folks that's not gonna make it, unfortunately. And I hope he's not one of them. But everyone is not gonna be a star. So be lucky and feel good when you find one. You know what I'm saying? And with all that being said, Detroit, I'm going back to us. We're not building with the franchise, or we have a franchise quarterback. We're not building with the one that we drafted. So there's way y'all winning games. Y'all got Kurt. Now y'all did draft the young boy. Y'all did good. Y'all did draft the young boy.
Yeah.
But there's other ways to win in this league. There's other ways to compete, you know what I'm saying, in this league.
Mm-hmm.
So you may have to adjust your thought process. You know, everyone would love to have a Mahomes and a Jalen Hurts, and you know that's great to have that, but you can't always. These coaches can't always wait.
Yeah.
To do them, and everybody ain't Andy Reid. So depending on when they get,
I mean, shout out to Big Red, because Big Red is what got Vic to look like the Vic that Atlanta should have had. Like
that might be what Anthony Richardson he need to go work out with Mahomes or work out with Andy Reid. Go sign up for a summer tutorial or something.
He got to do something, because at this point, I don't want to sit over here and say that he's a bust. I just feel like some people said, he was more than a project than probably the Colts wanted him to be.
I get that. But let's don't dwell on. Let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving to the mid-season awards, right? That's what we're doing. The mid-season.
We're doing a mid-season awards.
Mid-season awards.
All right, we're gonna start off with MVP. So who do you have for your MVP?
This is a tough little race right now, but I'm going with Lamar right now. I do have Goff in that race. I do have Derrick Henry in that race. I think he does bring a different little dynamic to that offense, and he's having a great year. Back in, I'm a little biased. I'm an old head, you know what I mean? I got JD5 kind of in that race a little bit too, because he's special. He got them playing special. He the most special part.
You think a rookie can win MVP?
Now, see, I don't know if he's been that special, but let's see what happens.
Okay.
Because that takes a special. Like, has that happened? Has anyone done that? I mean, I'm sure they probably had won a championship and all
probably
that.
Probably way back
when.
Before they
started like Walter Payton or something. But yeah, I don't know if he's been that. That's a special guy. But yeah, I'm going with Lamar in that. How about yourself?
I can see that. I definitely can see Goff. I'm not gonna say a quiet season, but it's been quiet as kept as far as probably this conversation. With it, I feel like he's doing great things with Detroit. Been doing kind of great things with Detroit. So I do see that. I do see Lamar. Again, I do see JD5. Derrick Henry. I think I still need just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. Okay. Just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. All right. We got Offensive Rookie of the Year. We already know who that's going to, so we don't even need to even have the conversation about that one. JD5. He just like we already knew CJ Stroud was gonna get it. So JD5 finna get it. Defensive Player of the Year. Now this is gonna be a tricky one. Who you thinking?
Ladies first on this one, because I'm kind of conflicted. Ladies first.
I'm conflicted too.
So this is where my hometown bias comes in. I'm not gonna lie. Now, I would have loved for Aiden to be in the mix, but he's not gonna. I mean, his season is over, so I can't do that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I got my guy Brian Branch, man. Brian Branch out here.
Beyond that, okay. So
he got a couple forced fumbles. I mean, a couple tackles for loss. He got breakups. I mean, he's making plays all over the field, man. So Dexter, you know, the big fella from the Giants. I mean, he doing this thing with the 9 sacks.
And because he's a top player with them that has the most sacks right now.
I think he's leading the league in sacks. But to me, man, Brian Branch is my guy right now. And
I'll be honest with you.
I
have Dexter above Brian, but we were really on the same page. We was really on the same page.
Oh, so Dexter your guy?
Dexter's my guy. Okay. Because again, for and how I'm looking at it is like this: is that he's playing on a team like the Giants. No offensive power. Shout out to Malik Neighbors. Shout out to him. But really, he's making a difference. He makes that defense look better than what the team looks when you think about it and you look at the offense. So I like that. I guess you could say I like a player who can change the game, who's that game changer. You know, where you literally have to sit in film room and be like, hey, watch this man. Watch this man. Like I like the fact. Yeah, like an Aaron Donald. Like you knew Aaron Donald was on that field. You knew what you had to do. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with Chris Jones. You know what you got to do for Chris Jones. So shout out to him. I would definitely put him.
I'm eager to see if Dexter can keep this up because in my mind he's more of a pocket pusher, a run stopper. I don't know if he's had this many sacks before. I could be wrong, but I wonder if he can keep this pace up. That'll be my only question for him. But up to this point, mid-season, I can see. I graciously can concede that to you.
Yeah, and then that's kind of just how I look at it. With every single thing. I just want to let all the viewers know Thug has been officially processed and released from jail. He is out of Cobb County. Thug is officially free. Just wanted to say that. He is processed and he is home. But yeah, that's
hot honey garlic parmesan wings for everybody at Magic Cities.
Hey, let me tell you something. Look, the judge already told this man he banned from Metro Atlanta. So as soon as
not Metro Atlanta,
he's banned from Metro Atlanta. So as soon as this man legitimately real talk, as soon as he get processed, he got 48 hours to get the heck up out of here. So he gone tonight. Plane jet waiting, he gone.
All right, he gone.
He gone.
Okay, free Thug.
Free Thug though. Free Thug. He free. Hold on. Offensive, because you put offensive rookie, but you mean
we did offensive player. We can do offensive player.
Offensive player of the year.
Yeah, so since my man Derry didn't get the MVP, I'm right now he's my offensive player of the year right now.
Now, see, I can see him for that one. I can definitely see him for that one. MVP,
Don't be biased against running backs. Don't be biased.
I'm not biased against running back. I mean, if my running back can get some numbers, you know what I'm saying?
He could, but he just got Tyler Algier. He could get some.
I know, but we got a dynamic duo. So I love my dynamic duo. I love it. I take it. My 1-2 punch. Then we got defensive rookie because we didn't do the defensive rookie.
So this was tough for me because I'm not gonna lie, and I may be short-sighted, but not too many folks have really jumped off the page for me as a rookie. You got a couple.
I'm still. I can't. I'll be honest with you. I can't really answer this one because I'm still trying to figure out who.
Well, to me, it came down basically to the two of the pass rushers, and that was Latu and Jared Verse. I gotta still watch Verse. I still gotta watch Verse. I haven't really watched Latu, but I'm gonna start paying attention. I gave a slight edge to Latu right now. Slight edge to Latu. They both, I think, got like 2.5 sacks. So I still got some work to do. I think they're still kind of playing in rotational roles, so they're kind of growing into their roles. But nobody really jumped off the page to me. Kenyon Mitchell, I think, had kind of a rough start to the year, but it's kind of gained his footing a little bit. But yeah, nobody jumped off the page.
Yeah, I was looking at verse when they had when the Rams was on the other day, and I was dang for sure kind of very impressed. But I knew that was the kind of player. I knew that was a very good scheme fit when they picked him up, because they did have to replace Donald. So I really do feel like that was a good, very good scheme fit and choice for him. But again, I just feel like, I don't know. I don't know if it was just this draft class or this year. It just kind of seemed lackadaisical a little bit, not as brisk.
I expect a little bit more. Him and Chop Robinson. I expect a little bit more from these guys.
Oh, we kind of knew about Chop though. I mean, let's be real.
I was high on Chop. I'm still high on.
You was high. Okay. I'm gonna let you make it, because I'm like we kind of knew what Chop was gonna be a little bit. Just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Just a little bit. Let's talk about comeback player of the year. Let's talk about that. And you already know who that's gonna be.
Who was that? Who was that? Who you? No. You was kind of. I mean, is it easy for you?
It's easy. Who else?
Who you got?
The man who hit 509 yards. Oh my! Like, what we talking about?
Wait a minute. You talking about Kirk the Jerk?
I'm talking about Kirk Chains, baby.
Wait a minute now. We had somebody come back alive. Not just come back. We had somebody who went to the other side and came back alive, and they starting right now for the Buffalo Bills making play. What you mean? Kirk.
Who, wait a minute. Who are you talking about?
I'm talking about Damar Hamlin. He came back. I mean, did nobody come back farther than what Damar Hamlin came back? He came from back the other side. Damar Hamlin, comeback player of the year. That injury was better than a busted Achilles. He came back, baby. Boys, Jesus, only Jesus.
Y'all get see here. Y'all get this.
Hey, listen, he came back from over yonder. You understand what I'm talking about?
Whatever you got in that red cup.
That's just water today. It's just water today. This is from the soul I'm talking about. I'm speaking this with true conviction. He missed games after that, so he definitely was out after that. And has come back and is the starter safety for the division leading Buffalo. And I know you don't like them Buffalo Bills, but the Buffalo Bills, who are from and he's from the University of Pittsburgh, coached by Archie Collins. So yeah, see how it connects. It connects. In Jesus' name.
Coach of the year. I'm not gonna play with him. Coach of the year.
Coach of the year.
Coach of the year.
So this is where I'm not so biased. I have my boy Dan Campbell. He was in the mix. I had a couple of other folks in the mix, but Dan Quinn, man.
I was getting ready to say, I think they're gonna give Dan Quinn.
They didn't even want Dan Quinn. They were so mad. They got them, and not just them. Nobody wanted Dan Quinn. I had to do a thorough evaluation of Dan Quinn's resume. He went to a Super Bowl in Seattle as a DC, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
He was the head coach in Atlanta. Took y'all to the Super Bowl. I don't want to say what happened, but hey, he took y'all there. Then had a nice decorated run as a DC in Dallas, and then nobody want him. That's crazy. That's crazy. CeeLo still asking about Ben Johnson. Still mad about Ben Johnson. But hey, man, shout out to Dan Quinn. He got them boys playing well. He got them.
Look like he earned his earned it back. Yeah, I feel like that's what he did. I feel like he earned it back with the situation.
He's a solid coach. And the defense is looking good. He got basically no name. He's a solid coach, man.
I put it I put it to you like this: it's gonna be Dan Quinn, but I'm just gonna sit over here and keep it a buck third thou wow with you.
Not a thou. I forgot he was in the. Oh, look at it. Look, don't mess up the press now. Don't mess up the.
You know, there's another coach. There's another coach that after we sent Mr. Quinn a packing, actually turned the Falcons back around and had them actually playing. You want to know what his name was?
What? Who was his name?
Raheem. So yeah. So I mean, hey, I'm just saying because he showed.
I get that. That's a little home cook, but you know, I gotta show Raheem some love. Raheem some love. I'm happy
show
he got
Raheem some love, okay? Because he got Atlanta looking better than what we were 3 years in a row. Okay, just saying.
Okay. Radio Raheem, it is. So what see what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? You know, so he throwing us off. I'm gonna stay with it though. I'm gonna stay in the trenches with it. He tried to throw us off. But like I said, with God, yeah. Come back.
I'm not gonna play with him. But let's go ahead and get to these picks for week 9 because we do got a ball game on. Looks like the Texans are punting 4th and 21, and it looks like it's about to be a flag on the kicker. So yeah, we about to get into it. So let's go ahead and pick tonight's game. Who do you got, CHenry, between the Texans and the Jets?
Man, so you know what? I really want to pick the Texans in this game, but they are so decimated at the wide receiver spot. Can the Jets put it together? Can the defense stop the run? Can they can A-Rod get some type of chemistry with Devontae Adams and he seems to be doing well with the other guy over there on the other side. So I really don't know. I want to go Texans, but I think I might go Jets because they always messing up my parlays on Thursday nights, man. My Thursday night parlays, they don't never hit right. Now I bet wrong, so my mind say Texans. I'm gonna go on the Jets right now. 23-17, 23-20, 23-20.
23-20. Okay, so we're gonna pick the Jets. All right, we're going Jets. Next game.
That's you went Jets as well.
I'm going Jets. I picked the Jets because that loss to Diggs hurt because I think Nico's still out, ain't he?
Nico out.
Oh no, Nico's there. So they lost 2 top wide receivers.
Yeah. You know what? I'm catching up. Since you did, I'm gonna catch up with the leader. I gotta catch up with the leader. I'm going Houston because it's
going Houston. Okay.
I gotta catch up. I'm going Houston. Mixon, I need you to show up tonight. Mix, I need 2 touchdowns. Ain't nobody else there. Mixon, it gotta be you. 2 touchdowns from you tonight.
Okay.
So yeah.
So we got the Denver. We got the Denver. I can't even speak today. But we got Denver versus Baltimore. Who do you got?
That game that messed around and been one of the premier games of the week. Ain't it 5-3 and 5-3, huh? Oh, I didn't know the Ravens had lost 3 games. Damn.
Because they just lost to the Browns last week.
Oh, you know what? Ravens. I'm gonna take the Ravens. But I think it's gonna be a close game. Broncos are playing pretty good ball on the defense. I think it's like one of the top defense in the league. Bo Nix, surprisingly, is looking great. I thought you know what? I thought it was gonna be the Bo Nix that we saw in Auburn, but you got rid of that. You exercised that guy, so you're a whole different guy as of now. So I'm gonna go Baltimore.
Keyword.
Now.
I am going Baltimore, and the reason why, because I like the addition that they had at wide receiver. Gives Lamar a little bit more playmakers to utilize with that. So hopefully,
one little tip, but I said it's going to be a close game. The spread right now that I'm looking at, it says Baltimore by 8. I'm gonna take Denver and the points, but Baltimore is my pick to win. With a spread of 8, though, hey, get your money this weekend. Y'all get y'all money. I'm trying to get
get y'all money. All right. We got Miami versus the Buffalo Bills. Miami came out looking pretty good last week. Tua slid when he needed to slid. So I will definitely give him that. He said that he wasn't wearing that Guardian cap. He meant
Well, he
that.
don't want to wear that Guardian cap.
Yeah, I want to wear the Guardian cap. He said no. But I
Hmm.
am going to lean over to the Buffalo Bills. They better not disappoint me this week.
Yeah, I'm going Buffalo on this one as well. I'm going Buffalo on this one as well. I think they just have a little bit too much for Miami this week. So, yeah, Buffalo.
We got the Saints versus Panthers. I don't know who's gonna win this game. This,
Um,
this ain't even a tale of the two mid-offs at this point.
the Saints. I think that I think the Panthers are probably, unintentionally tanking. I'm gonna go with the Saints. I think the Saints kind of feel like they probably got an outside shot at maybe a 7th seed, possibly if they turn it on. I think Derek Carr is gonna be back in this game as well. Kamara's healthy. Olave, I believe, is gonna play in this game. So, yeah, I'm going New Orleans on this one.
Going to New Orleans. I'm gonna just go to Panthers just because.
Oh, what? Okay, but she want to give it up. She want to get a lead up. She want to get a lead up. Then okay.
I'm gonna go with the Panthers just because. Something don't feel right with the Saints, especially since they go into the Panthers. So we'll see. We'll see. Next we got Raiders versus Joe Burrow and the Bengals.
So you talked about earlier. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No. I'm going Bengals. Until the Raiders can figure out their quarterback situation, I am going Bengals.
Yeah, I'm going Bengals too, and I think that this division, we talked about them coming out the gates kind of slow. I think this second half they may have some fireworks. I think
Let's
that
hope.
Pittsburgh has kind of jumped out here kind of fast, and we got Jameis kind of sparking the flame in Cleveland. And Joe not going to give up, you know what I'm saying, the second half of the season. He still thinks that they can make the playoffs. He said 10 wins is what they want to get. So I'm going Bengals.
Okay. Let's see here. Chargers versus the Browns. Now, this one's a little bit tricky because the Chargers don't look too hot, and then you just got a spark in from Jameis. But sometimes Jameis has a good game, and then he'll go in and have a bad game.
Check this out right here. The spread on this one is 1.5 for the Chargers. Now, listen, the Chargers was playing some old archaic football the first couple of games, but the last 2 or 3 games, we have seen Herbert cut it loose. They're getting some solid play. Your boy Ladd has stepped up. They're throwing the ball around. They're playing some solid football over there. And low key, that division is a little bit. Ain't nobody really messing with the Chiefs, but them other teams are showing me something. Denver and the Chargers. I'm going Chargers. I'm going Chargers in this.
You're going Chargers.
If it was about 2 weeks later, maybe I would go to Browns, but I'm gonna go Chargers. I think they can win. It's gonna be about 60 degrees probably up there. They can win that. 59 is what it say in clear. Yeah,
59. And what was the spread again?
1.5 for the Chargers. So that's a pick 'em. That's Joe Mixon. 28. Let's get it, baby. Let's get it.
Oh Lord. I'm not about to play with him, but okay. Since that you just need two.
I need two.
Need two. So since
early 3 ain't out the question.
Yeah, I just don't trust Jameis normally because he literally when he has a good game, sometimes the next game is just not there. Mm-hmm. But I do need Justin and them to really figure out that offense. So I am going Chargers.
Okay. Oh yeah. Oh, we might do it. We might. I'm with the Chargers. I'm with the Chargers. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I got excited. I'm gonna say we gonna really catch up. But let me tell this last little tidbit. 41.5 is the over under. I think both teams. I think Jameis can put some points up. It's gonna be a clear.
No, I'm not saying he can. It's just
I'm just for the folks who might be interested in putting some money on the over. Hey, 41
he can put up some points.
Hey, that's a 23-20 game. You can get you some money off that and do that.
All right, let's see here. We got the Patriots versus the Titans.
Now, this is another little toilet bowl right here. This is another little, I'm saying, who cares game. You know what I'm talking about?
Didn't the Patriots lose Drake May?
So he is concussed. Now, I haven't checked on his status. I don't know if he's practiced this week or not. That's a good question. It's a very, very good question. If he's playing, though, I am going to take the Patriots. But I got to look him up and see if he's playing. Who we just played the Titans. Who they have? Mason Rudolph. Yeah, we put the 50 boy on them. I don't know.
It says Drake appears to be progressing through concussion protocol. Patriots hopeful about Drake May's availability. I'm still go with the Patriots. I mean, I like Mason Rudolph.
Even with Hot
They only
Brisket.
got one wide receiver, and that's Calvin Ridley.
37.5. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Patriots, man. I don't
Yeah,
feel comfortable
they
with
only
that.
got one wide receiver over there on the Titans.
Folks, I'll probably leave this for long on the parlay tip.
It's one of them games.
Stay away from that one.
All right. So we got Caleb Williams versus Kyle Murray. The Chicago Bears versus the Arizona Cardinals.
It's a tough game.
I feel like that. I mean, the Cardinals are playing pretty tough. I give them that. They are playing pretty tough. And the game with the Washington Commanders, where Caleb and them thought they won and came up short because of a Hail Mary. Not gonna lie to you, I feel like the Chicago Bears have the grit that they need to win games. But you're going to Arizona. You're playing on the road. You just had a dramatic loss. This is supposed to be a bounce back game, but I'm gonna give this to the Cardinals.
I think I'm gonna roll with you on that. I've heard to your point that there's been definitely some problems in the locker room. I heard that there was a closed meeting and somebody came out. They said they want to keep it in the house, and somebody came right outside and trying to solve that mess. So there could be some problems in Chicago. I need a good week from James Conner. So yeah, and Kyler Murray. So yeah. I'm riding with you on that one. Arizona.
Okay.
I'm riding
Okay. All right. We got Jacksonville Jaguars versus the Eagles. I am going the Eagles. I know DT is not gonna like that, but there's a no competition with the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Eagles.
Just,
Hashtag analysis. Eagles. They just better.
All right.
Nobody hurt. They just better.
Okay. We have a NFC West division game with the Los Angeles Rams versus the Seattle Seahawks. Okay, y'all don't kill me for calling them the Hawkies. It just sounded good coming out my mouth. Let's see. This is a good. What's the spread first? Let me see what the spread is.
48.5. So they definitely see some points scored. And guess what the spread is?
What? Please tell me something. I'm gonna say, please don't. And who they giving it to? The Rams.
The Rams. Okay. So that's crazy because they give you 3 points for being at home, and so this like really like the Rams are favorite, but they do have Puka back. They do have
That's what
I'm sorry. Puka did have a knee injury today. I'm looking at that right now. They said it's not serious, but they don't. But hey, there could be some questions. Maybe he may not be available this week. So definitely look at that. But it's going to be a lot of points scored. DK is out of this game as well. I believe it's just going to be. I believe it's just going to be Jackson Smith and Jigma and Lockett as the primary pass catchers. So I think that puts a little bit of a damper on it. I think that kind of switches the line towards the Rams. If Puka plays, I'm going to put it if Puka plays, right? I'm thinking Puka plays. I'm going to go with the Rams. It's going to be an exciting game, though. A lot of points scored. A lot of fantasy goodness in this game. Tyron Williams.
They look like they got a couple of people out. Because they even said Devin Witherspoon is out.
The cornerback?
Not out, but they they
not
said
practicing?
Let me see. Let me go. Let me see their injury.
I know DK is out of this game.
Let me see. Let me see the Seahawks injury report. Go ahead and see. All right. So foot foot, and he did not practice on Wednesday. He was full
considered week to week.
participation on Thursday. So
who is that? That's Witherspoon.
that's Witherspoon. Even Tyler Lockett was on here with limited practice on Wednesday, but full participant on Thursday.
Tyler get that rest day. He's 100 years old in these football years.
Let's see here. Yeah, it looked like Puka wasn't on the injury report until today.
Yeah.
Okay.
This must be one of your little swing games. You putting a lot of emphasis on this game. This must be one of your little swing games right here. This one of your ones, huh?
It can go either way. I'm gonna go with the Rams. Even if Puka is missing, I still think that if DK can't go, that kind of limits Geno a little bit, and he's kind of been up and down this season. So, yeah.
I'm with the Rams. I'm with the Rams.
We got the Colts versus the Vikings. This is another one. Because now you got Joe Flacco coming in, a bet coming in. I'm gonna be real. The Vikings are still the Vikings. They're a very strong team. I will give them that. They really are. But these last couple of games been kind of.
I think they lost 2 in a row.
Yeah, I mean,
they do really get TJ Hockenson back for this game. I'm pretty sure they're getting TJ Hockenson back for this game.
Okay.
I think he's been a full participant in practice this week. So I want to point that out. I don't know what role he's going to play.
What's the spread?
40. I'm sorry. The spread is Minnesota's favorite by 5 points. The over under is 46.5. It's a tough game for me too. Sunday night football. We got the.
And the thing is, the thing is, Flacco's so slick with it that you can't underestimate him either. He's been there. But I don't see the Vikings losing 3 in a row.
You don't see the Vikings losing 3 in a row.
I don't see them losing 3 in a row.
It might be because I want them to lose 3 in a row. I'm trying to make.
I mean, you want them to lose 3 in a row, but I
feel like this is one of those games on Sunday night where the Colts will come out galvanized. They'll come out galvanized.
And the thing is,
will they win? No, that's the key. Will they win? Oh, this is a tough one. But I'm gonna put my foot down. You going Vikings, and I'm trying to catch you flat out. You leading the pack. I'm trying to catch you. Trying to catch you. So I'm going Colts. I'm going Joe Flacco. I'm stepping up for the old head. Joe Flacco on the Colts come pop Sam Darnold and the Vikings. I might be wrong, but hey, I'm going. And guess what? And guess what? And Josh Downs is gonna have at least 70 yards receiving and 6 catches, so he's getting 13 points in fantasy this week. Josh Downs, he might score 2. He might score. I'm letting y'all know. Get him right. Okay, that's it.
No. Look, I'm looking. I'm trying to get the defense. I'm trying to get the Colts defense in my head, and I'm trying to think.
I don't think they're that good, but I don't think they're that bad. But I think they haven't been helped by some of the turnovers that the positions that they've been put in. But
Flacco, he can protect the ball a little bit.
Some folks feel like he's immobile and he can be, he's going to be a sitting duck in the pocket. But I think if he sees it, he can get rid of the rock. I don't know. We'll see. They got to play him. I'm going to Colts.
I'm gonna go Colts.
I don't know if I'm put on my money parlay, but I'm going to.
I'm gonna be right there with you. I'm gonna go to Colts.
Oh damn!
I'm gonna go to Colts.
All right.
And then Monday Night Football, I got KC.
So I'm going to tell you what. I think I'm going KC too, but these boys ain't going 16, 17 and no. I don't know when it's going to be, but these boys ain't going 16, 17 no. They're going to lose to somebody when we least expect it to.
Facts.
I feel like Baker been doing this thing. Oh, no, I don't know. Hold on. You ain't talking about the premier game. You ain't even
No. I'm about. That's what I said. I'm like, okay, let's get to our games. But no,
okay.
with him missing wide receivers and he's relying on his tight ends and kind of things, I feel like that can be shut down. But it's Baker.
Right. I'm going KC. The KC 8.5 point spread. 45.
That's gonna be a close game.
45.5 point over under. I'll take the Buccaneers and the points. I think they can keep it close. I think they can keep it closer than 8.5. But okay. I'm going with the Chiefs to win it though.
Okay. All right.
I don't know when they're going to lose. 17. No.
We're gonna go by the time slots because it looks like we're at. I think the Washington is at 1-2, and then y'all are at the 4:20 or 4:25 spot, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we got the Cowboys and the Falcons. You already know who I'm going with. I'm going with the Falcons. It's been a split between the Cowboys and the Falcons with a lot of the news media. Cowboys can't stop the run. They really don't have a run game. Kirk Cousins have shown that he can do it against dominant teams. Parsons might be out this game. More than likely is out this game dealing with a high ankle sprain. So I'm going Falcons. We're at home. Dallas, welcome to the A, baby.
51 and a half over under. I like that. Atlanta by 3 at home. So it's kind of like a pick 'em because y'all at home. But I'm gonna tell you, without D-Law, without Michael Parsons, I'm gonna go with Kirk the Jerk, Kirk O'Chains at home. And again, for the reasons you pointed out, Bijan Robinson, advanced group of receivers against a secondary that has been, picked apart a little bit. I think Deron Bland may come back for this game, but I'm picking you guys. I'm picking you guys in this game. Taking the Falcons.
Yeah, he is.
A lot of points gonna be scored here though. Kirk might go for 500. It is gonna be a lot of points.
I just hope it ain't gonna be a shootout. It might be. If this is a 500 game that we put on the Cowboys, I'm gonna be happy. All right, we got the Washington Commanders against the New York Giants, NFC East Division Conference. Give me JD 5. Yeah, even though it's gonna be a little tough with that Giants defense, but still give me JD 5.
I think they win this game going away, to be honest with you. I think that defense, the front four are doing a great job for them, but the back half and the linebackers are not doing a great job for the Giants. I think they're gonna have a long day stopping the run. I think they're gonna have a long day defending the pass, and I think they win. What's the numbers on this here? I think they win going away. I think they cover for sure. 4.5, 44.5 is the over under. The spread is 4. I think they definitely cover the spread. I think they win this going away, actually.
Okay. All right. And now we got your game.
Yeah.
The Detroit Lions against the Green Bay Packers. Yeah. In the division conference with the NFC North. Yeah. Green Bay has not really been looking too shabby. I think Jordan Love got hurt this last game, or if it was a game. Yeah, I do like both of y'all defenses. I still gonna give Green Bay their props with their defense, but I do love y'all defense, as I commented on you guys earlier before. Offense for Green Bay is a little bit shaky, and I feel like y'all a little bit more stable with that. So I'm going Detroit.
Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm going Detroit. You already know that. You know what I'm saying? There really don't need to be no analysis here, but I try to be objective as possible. I would love to see Jordan Love in this game. I know Malik is the backup, and we probably would, probably would kill him while he's in there. So I want Jordan. I want to see them at 100%. I think both these teams have the potential to be possible Super Bowl teams. So I want to see them 100%. But yeah, it's going down, man, and we might run away with this one. Supposed to be rain, 51 degrees, rain in Lambeau. 48.5 is the over/under, 2.5 point spread. We're the favorite. So that's 5.5, really, if you take away the home bias. So yeah, going away, man, going away.
I quit with that. All right, y'all. So that is our picks for the week. Check back in next week. We'll probably get DT's picks somewhere, somehow. With that. So we can go ahead and do it and get it over because they're trying to catch up to me, y'all. They trying to get me.
We're trying to get to the leader of the pack.
They're trying to get me. They trying to get me right now. But I just want to say happy Halloween to those who celebrate. If you was out there with the kids trick or treating, hopefully they got their candy. Make sure y'all check that candy too, because people be slick. I have my personal bag of Reese's, so I don't share those. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what I used to pick out of my son's bag all the time. He used to get mad about that sometimes, but I'm like, you ain't gonna eat it. So that's just me.
You checking? I'm just checking this.
I'm just checking. You know, I'm just checking. I took the bubble gum out too because he wasn't gonna eat that double bubble. That was mine too. So yeah. So hopefully y'all loved and spent some time with your kids this evening. Hopefully you're enjoying the Thursday night football. If y'all want to wish me a happy birthday, Lady E _Tellum. Thank you. Because yeah, I would probably not be that available tomorrow, but still wish me a happy birthday. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm turning 25 again. Yeah, y'all know. Just saying. But yes, so we are going to end this night. And thank y'all for spending.
Be safe. Have a great weekend. It's homecoming, homecoming season, so everybody be safe, man.
Yes, my cousin is down at FAMU, so that's why she's missing my birthday, and I let her go because it was already planned before she thought about the dates and realized, oh snap, my cousin's birthday. So yes, with that. But I still got my kinfolk in town, so we finna go scoot a rug and go see what these Atlanta streets have popping from.
Be careful now.
Always. But thank y'all for tuning in. That's Into the Lab.